So let's jump into the regulatory landscape in the United States. Many of you know the FDA has the pathway known as GRAS, generally regarded as safe. It's been in the news quite a bit lately. And so currently, I'm talking about right now, as of October 1st, 2025, there are two pathways that are still viable in the GRAS. And so that is self-affirmation, where you can prepare a dossier to substantiate the safety of your ingredient, and that doesn't have to be submitted to the FDA. Typically, an expert panel reviews that dossier. It's all the same requirements as though you were filing it with the FDA in terms of the safety data, the 7 sections of a GRAS dossier. And you basically keep it internally, and you can share that then with your buyers or government officials, state authorities, TTB, etc. The other pathway is the FDA notification. Again, this is voluntary. This is not mandatory to file it with the FDA, but you can. Basically, the FDA reviews it initially. The first 90 days is a really administrative review, and then they start getting into the nitty-gritty of the dossier and basically determining if you have sufficient safety data to support a GRAS conclusion. And if they do agree with it, they basically have a no questions or no comments conclusion. They will not actually approve it per se. They will provide a no questions and no comments further to that dossier. As I mentioned, there's a proposed rule to require mandatory submission of GRAS notices, which essentially would eliminate the self-affirmation pathway. Now, this may come out in this month in mid to late October. We'll see. Now, normally when these types of rulings come through, it does take several years for it to actually get passed, has to go through Congress, etc. We don't know what this administration will do, if they will follow due course or they will quickly get this passed in 2026. Obviously, there's a lot of concern of if they do, what happens to those who have self-affirmed out there. Just from our experience, like currently there's over 1,000 GRAS notices listed on the public inventory database. We probably get, for every one company that approaches us for a GRAS notice, there are probably 30 or so that are looking to get self-affirmed. So you kind of take that as a kind of a general rule. There's probably 30 to 50,000 plus self-affirmed GRAS dossiers out there. And so that's something that the FDA will really have to consider if they do eliminate the self-affirmed pathway in terms of a transition period and or some sort of a tiering of those who have self-affirmed in terms of who needs to submit first, because you have to think about this. If there's going to be this elimination of self-affirmed, and if there's not enough resources to support the review of all those GRAS notices, there's going to be a bottleneck, and that could result in significant increase in time in which those GRAS notices will be reviewed. Right now, it takes 9 to 18 months for the FDA to review these notices. Will that double, triple in time? That just really crimps innovation. So a lot of things for them to consider. So we'll see what comes out in whether it's this month and in the coming months ahead. So.